In 1929, the crash of the stock market led to a hard time for American people, reaching an all-time high of a 25% unemployment rate and 2 million people looking for jobs. This is 60 Minutes, and tonight we'll be discussing the hard times of unemployment rate, scarcity, and the Great Depression. I am Sam Morrow, and please stay tuned to see what happens next. Jen Pardini, everybody! Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me tonight.
So you're here to talk about the stock market, correct?
Yes, and how it led to the Great Depression.
All right, well, let's hear what you have to tell us.
So the Great Depression began with the stock market crash of October 1929, and this sent Wall Street into chaos. It was a panic, and everything started the summer of 1929. It was just an ordinary recession beginning. But then consumer spending dropped at the same rate that the stock market prices were increasing. So then the stock market bubble finally burst whenever investors began dumping shares in mass. And then on Black Thursday...
Oh, that was the record-breaking buying of stocks?
Right. It was actually a 12.9 million record shares were traded.
Unbelievable.
And then just 5 days later,
Black Tuesday. I remember hearing about this from my grandparents.
Yeah, on Black Tuesday, 16 million shares were traded after another wave of panic left Wall Street. So there was all this panic and everyone was trading their shares all at once, which is not good for the stock market and the economy. Millions of shares ended up to be worthless. Millions, just worthless. Investors were buying stock on margin with borrowed money, which just wiped everything out completely. And consumer confidence was vanishing to an all-out stock market crash. So all of these consumers had no more confidence, they weren't buying, and this led to the Great Depression.
Well, thank you, Jen, for being here. Up next, we're going to have Lindsay Auld, a correspondent here to talk about unemployment rates here in the United States. Are we falling into another depression? Right after the break. Now that we heard about the crash of the stock market leading up to this Great Depression, let's hear about unemployment rates and other hard times for these American people with our other correspondent, Lindsay Auld.
Seriously.
Thanks for staying tuned and watching 60 Minutes tonight. As promised, Lindsay Auld. Hi, thank you for being here tonight, Lindsay.
Thank you for having me.
So you're here tonight to talk about unemployment?
Yes, the unemployment during the Great Depression was awful. The effects of the unemployment were double due to over-indebatedness and secure deflation. The overall fall in the asset prices and business net worth only precipitated bankruptcy filings and fanned the cinders of growing unemployment.
Is that right?
Yes. The reduction in overput in trade made the employment opportunity bleak. This caused many family members to take any available task to ensure a good meal.
I mean, everyone was always struggling back then and everything. I remember talking to my grandfather not too long ago about it, and he said that he would take any task he could. I'm sorry, my great-grandfather. He would take any task he could just to put a meal on his family's table. And it was hard back then. Everyone would stand outside gates in the morning just with boats and things to see if they could do anything. And they were
Very tough times.
tough times. And do you see the United States heading anywhere near this time again?
We're hoping not.
Okay, we can only hope. That concludes tonight's episode of 60 Minutes. I'm Sam Morrow, and we'll see you next week.